Good evening. A couple of weeks ago I made a video explaining things about my brother. The one next to me tonight is it's my younger brother I'm going to talk about. My younger brother, he was just relating to, like when he was a teenager, he was a very bad teenager. I'd already left the city, so I had no influence over him because I was living in a different town, and he was involved in a gang that were going around beating people up with an umbrella. It was called the Umbrella Gang, and he ended up being put away in a unit for bad kids. So when I came back once and I saw him before he was put away, and he was just all fucking mouth. And so when my brother asked me, could he come and live with us, I said, yeah, sure. Because he didn't want to ask himself, because he'd always been a rude cunt. And so he went through my brother, and I said, no, not a problem, he's my brother. He came into the house, and I just said to him, keep your nose clean. And he got a job with my other brother at the tile company. Now, why he couldn't live? Because the social services had actually come to see me and my brother where we lived previously, in the roof. And because he couldn't go and live with my sister and her husband, because, to use my other brother's words, it was a den of thieves. And so he came, the only option he has, well, he couldn't live with my dad because he was, that wasn't an option. And so he came to live with me. So when he came to live with me, the mortgage was £42 a month. And like I said before, like a fucking idiot, I just let them pay a share of that, and that was £14 each. £14 each per month, £3.5 a week. So it's about $5. So he paid that for 1 year, because then my other brother left. So he paid like $5 a week for furnished accommodation for 1 year. Then my other brother left, so we split it at £42. This was £42 a month. So this was £5 or $8 over the year. It was like less than $8 a week for furnished accommodation. Just try to think of that, $8 a week. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. This was in the 1980s. He paid $8 a week for fucking 7 years. Or less than that, on average. So for 7 years, he paid $8 a week, or less, to live in furnished accommodation. He gave me one payment of £40. He put nothing into the house apart from some tiles he probably got for free for the kitchen. And then he made me feel guilty because I wouldn't pay a mate of his to fucking lay the tiles. He's always calling me tight at this time, not realising he's getting fucking accommodation so cheaply. So when he then bought a house, he never really gave me any details of what he was doing. And so when he bought the house, I sold my house, and then I started to travel. So I come back, I was in Japan, and then I came back 1 year. I had nowhere to live. My other brother went to his house. His wife said he can't stay here. This house was £500,000 house. Massive fucking detached house worth £500,000. I couldn't stay there. I couldn't stay at my brother's house where I'd put him up for 3.5 years so fucking cheaply. I couldn't stay there because it would ruin the fucking kids' fucking routine. It would spoil the kids' routine. So these two cunts who managed to save up for a nice fucking house because I didn't charge them rent, I couldn't stay there. I'm not even sure if I stayed there one day, to tell you the truth. I can't remember. It might have been. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. They were cunts, ungrateful cunts. My other brother, he found me a place to stay. He had a house that was worth £400,000. This is in the 1990s, the early 1990s. £400,000. A bit, just him and his wife. No fucking kids, routine to spoil, but I couldn't stay there. And so he had a mate who was from his umbrella gang, and he was living with his girlfriend. The council house that he had under his name was still, it was like a sofa. There was a sofa in the front room. That was my accommodation for a while, for a few weeks. And I had no job, I had no money, I had £22, nearly $30 a week to live on. So after a few weeks, my brother comes to me. He's on a 6-figure salary. He's earning over £100,000 a year. He's doing well for himself. So this cunt who I gave over 7 years, you can't call it free. If it's fucking $5 a week or $8 a week, it's fucking free accommodation. He wouldn't put me up at his house, but then this is one of the low points. You know, you remember the low points in your life. My brother's been involved in 3 of them. My youngest brother. So he says to me, Foxy owes me £50. Can you pay that because you've been living in his house? So he asked me to pay his drug dealing mate, his heroin fucking dealing mate. He asks me to pay his £50 debt because I've been living in this fucking council house with a fucking sofa in it. He's had 7 years fucking free accommodation. He wants me to pay he's on a 6-figure fucking salary. He wants me to pay his fucking heroin dealing fucking mates £50 debt. As my cousin said to me, you cannot fucking make it up. But not only that, he then goes on to ask me, have I been claiming on the Social Security, I've been claiming on the dole for his drug dealing mate fucking kids? Because this is what some people do. They claim for kids that aren't theirs. So this is my brother, who I gave 7 years fucking almost free rent, asking me if I'm fucking claiming for his fucking drug dealing fucking mate's kids. While he's on a fucking 6-figure fucking salary with a fucking £1 million business and a £400,000 fucking house, asking me if I fucking cheated the Social Security on his fucking heroin dealing fucking drugs mate. The fucking bastard. I fucking hate you, you fucking bastard. I hope you fucking die, you fucking cunt. And when I asked this bastard for a fucking £1,000 to get back to England because of COVID so I can open a fucking bank account, the cunt with a fucking multi-million-dollar turnover would not fucking send me £1,000 fucking pounds. The fucking bastard. Please share.